Blue Dragon Series 800TS Online Total Sulfur Analyzer. Preprocessing System. First, let's introduce the preprocessing system. This is an actuator playing a role of a valve terminal. This is a self-cleaning filter that filters impurities. This is a pressure gauge, used to measure the pressure in the oil circuit. This is also an actuator, serving the function of a shut-off valve. Down here is a primary fast circuit, a secondary fast circuit, a sampling port, and a standard sample port. There is a needle valve and a shut-off valve in the primary and secondary quick circuits respectively. First, open the shut-off valve, and then adjust the oil volume by adjusting the needle valve. As we can see, the buoy is fluctuating. We can adjust the secondary circuit in the same way. After adjusting the flow rate, we need to maintain the oil circuit pressure above 0.1 megapascal. Connecting the preprocessing system with the host. Now, let's introduce how the preprocessing system is connected to the host. First, this is valve terminal, whose driving gas is valve 5. This port is connected to the valve 5 flow path driving gas outlet. Then there is the shut-off valve, whose driving gas is this port, valve 4, which is connected to the valve 4 shut-off valve driving gas outlet, here in the host. This is the driving gas of the calibration gas. This port is connected to the valve 3 calibration gas outlet here. And the last one is the oil inlet. This port is connected to the flow path inlet here. And another one is the liquid waste outlet, which is usually connected to a liquid waste or recycling tank on the spot. And there are several gas source ports. Valve driving gas. V3 calibration gas inlet. And carrier gas inlet, which are connected to the instrument air in an explosion-proof cabin. Their pressures are quite different. 0.4 to 0.6 megapascal for the valve driving gas. 0.1 to 0.2 megapascal for V3 calibration gas inlet. And 0.2 to 0.3 megapascal for carrier gas inlet. Practical operations can refer to these pressure gauges. This is the pressure of carrier gas, 0.2 to 0.3 megapascal. This is the pressure of valve driving gas, 0.4 to 0.6 megapascal. Finally, the pressure of the calibration gas is 0.1 to 0.2 megapascals. Positive pressure explosion-proof system. Now, let's introduce the positive pressure explosion-proof system, which is divided into two operating modes. One is the normal operating mode, and the other is the force power-on mode. The normal operating mode is used for the normal analysis of samples, and the force power-on mode for overhaul and maintenance. To initiate a force power-on, first, press the force button and input the password 1111. Using the calibration button and the switch button, continuously input 1111 and press the function button to power on the instrument. Press the stop button to cut off the power. As for the normal operating mode, if the normal pressure is set up, usually 200 to 600 megapascal, we can press the start button to power on the instrument, and you can press the stop button to cut off the power. Software. Now, let's introduce the software, including sample preparation and calibration. First, open the server software. After clicking it, the server interface will pop up, and open the client interface. We've entered the startup screen. When the machine is first powered on, the software will automatically warm it up and turn on the carrier gas. We can see the status of some instruments here. Click UV detector signal. And here is the flow rate and the pressure. Both the pressure of oxidizing gas and carrier gas is 300. The total flow rate is about 600. The carrier gas pressure is 0.2 to 0.3 megapascal, below other temperatures, where 50 degrees is for the detector, 1020 degrees is for the burning furnace, 300 degrees for the intake pipe, and 43 degrees furnace room. In case of any incorrect parameter, we can come to the setup interface and look at the parameters we set up. In this case, we need to input the password. If no password is set up, we can enter by clicking confirm. Now, we click device. To look at the parameters we set up. The temperature of the furnace is 1020 degrees, the detector is 50. The temperature of sampling heat tracing pipes is 300. The combustion aid flow rate and carrier gas flow rate are 300. These are all factory settings. If certain parameters are to be modified upon the factory's approval, we need to click Send the device parameters. As we can see here, it shows Send successfully. When the parameters are set, and the temperatures and flow rates have also reached the set values, we can prepare a sample. Before that, we need to calibrate the instrument first. Enter the calibration interface to make calibration curve. Now, we'll introduce the calibration process using the 3 points of 1, 5, and 10. First, delete all the previous ones. Now, let's analyze standard sample 1. Click Add. Generally, we need to do 3 to 5 times of parallel analyses for a standard sample. We did 5 times. After adding it, click Send the task. It prompts Send successfully. And now, we can prepare the standard sample. Click Run. Please note that we have to do it in the calibration interface, instead of in other interfaces, otherwise, it won't work. Wait for the instrument to prompt the next step. Make sure the manual valve is pointed downward. Click Confirm. Let's prepare the standard sample first. This is where the standard sample bottle is installed. Now, we'll install the standard sample bottle onto the rack. Tighten it. Then rotate the manual valve. The arrow points downwards, indicating to prepare a standard sample. And then click Confirm in the software. Now, wait for the analysis of the standard sample 1 to be completed. It prompts the standard sample is ready. We can click Continue to proceed after bottling the sample. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes to analyze a sample. When the continuous analyses of standard sample 1 are completed, we can move on to the analysis of standard sample 5. When the analyses of standard sample 1 are completed, we add standard sample 5. Select all. Delete all the analyses of standard sample 1 we did. And add standard sample 5. Again, input 1 for the current type sample. And start with the first one. Click Send the task, Confirm, and then Run. Now, it starts to analyze standard sample 5. When the analyses of standard sample 5 are completed, we delete all the analyses of standard sample 5. And add standard sample 10. Add the information about standard sample 10. The method is the same as above. Send the task and click Run to get started. When the analyses of all standard samples are completed, we need to select the standard samples as before. Standard sample 5, 10, and 1. You need to select their number when selecting them. When it turns blue, it means that the sample is selected. And click Generate the first segment. As we can see, the curve has been generated, with values of the linear coefficients, slope, and intercept. If you need to analyze a wide range of type samples, you can generate the second segment of the curve. Once generated, click Send the calibration curve. It prompts Send successfully, which means the curve fitting is completed. Sample preparation process. Now, let's introduce the sample preparation process. During the sample preparation, the instrument needs to enter standby mode. The temperature, flow rate, and pressure need to be raised to the target set values. And we click Task. And come to the task list. There are 4 modes, including single path circulation, weekly timing, daily timing, and simple circulation. Let's take simple circulation as an example. Enter the flow path number for the flow path. According to the actual configured devices, then click Add. And enter 1 in the current row of the sample. Click Send. It prompts Send successfully, which means that the task has been sent to the server. And click Run again. The sample has entered the analysis state. If a standard sample has been done before, the analysis interface will pop up a window, prompting to rotate the manual valve upwards. Upwards for sample, and downwards for standard sample. Rotating upwards means it is to analyze the sample. Now, we click Confirm to start analyzing the sample. Thanks for watching.